The best way to get to know a girl is to see her as she is, not as you wish her to be. To appreciate her virtues, to accept her flaws, and to love her with all your heart. First secret: approach with confidence. Confidence is one of the most attractive qualities that you can have when you want to meet a woman. Confidence shows that you are comfortable with yourself, that you have high self-esteem, and that you are not afraid of rejection. Confidence also signals that you are a leader, a decision-maker, and a potential partner. However, confidence is not the same as arrogance, cockiness, or aggressiveness. These traits can be off-putting, intimidating, or disrespectful to women. Therefore, it is essential to strike a balance between confidence and humility, between assertiveness and politeness, and between self-assurance and self-awareness. One of the best ways to show confidence is to approach a woman with a friendly and open demeanor. This means that you should not hesitate, stutter, or fidget when you walk up to her. You should also not invade her personal space, touch her without consent, or interrupt her conversation. Instead, you should approach her with a relaxed and natural posture, a warm and genuine smile, and a respectful and courteous attitude. You should also make eye contact with her, but not stare or glare. Eye contact shows that you are interested and attentive, but not creepy or desperate. Choose the right time and place. Before you approach a woman, you should consider the context and the situation. Is she busy, distracted, or in a hurry? Is she alone with friends or with a date? Is she in a public, private, or professional setting? Depending on the answers, you may need to adjust your approach accordingly. For example, if she is in a hurry, you may want to keep it brief and ask for her number. If she is with friends, you may want to introduce yourself to them as well. If she is in a professional setting, you may want to be more formal and respectful. Use a good opener. The first thing you say to a woman can make or break your chances of getting to know her better. Therefore, you should use a good opener that is relevant, appropriate, and engaging. A good opener can be a compliment, a question, a joke, or a comment. For example, you can say, "You have a beautiful smile. What are you reading? Did you hear the one about the..." Or, "I couldn't help noticing your..." However, you should avoid using cheesy, cliché, or offensive pickup lines, such as, "Are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see." "Do you have a name? Or can I call you mine?" Or, "Are you a bank? Because you've got my interest." These lines can make you seem unoriginal, insincere, or rude. Be yourself. The most important thing to remember when you approach a woman is to be yourself. Don't pretend to be someone you're not. Don't lie about your background, and don't exaggerate your achievements. Women can sense when you are being dishonest, insecure, or boastful. Instead, you should be authentic, honest, and humble. Show your personality, your values, and your passions. Women appreciate men who are genuine, trustworthy, and interesting. Second secret: initiate casual conversations. After you approach a woman with confidence, the next step is to initiate a casual conversation with her. A casual conversation is a friendly and informal exchange of words that can help you break the ice, build rapport, and get to know her better. A casual conversation can also show your personality, your sense of humor, and your intelligence. However, a casual conversation is not the same as a boring, generic, or intrusive conversation. These types of conversations can make you seem uninterested, unoriginal, or rude. Therefore, it is important to choose the right topics, questions, and tone when you initiate a casual conversation with a woman. One of the best ways to initiate a casual conversation is to start with casual topics that are relevant, appropriate, and engaging. Casual topics are topics that are easy to talk about, that are not too personal or controversial, and that can spark interest and curiosity. The situation or the environment. You can comment on something that is happening around you, such as the weather, the music, the crowd, or the event. For example, you can say, "It's such a beautiful day today, don't you think?" Or, "This band is amazing. Have you heard them before?" Or, "It's so crowded here. Do you come here often?" Or, "What brought you to this party?" Her interests, opinions, or experiences. You can ask her about what she likes, what she thinks, or what she has done, as long as it is not too personal or sensitive. For example, you can say, "What kind of music do you like?" Or, "What do you think of this movie?" Or, what do you do for fun? Or, have you ever traveled to another country? Ask open-ended questions. Open-ended questions are questions that require more than a yes or no answer, and that invite the other person to elaborate and share more information. Open-ended questions can help you keep the conversation flowing and show that you are interested and attentive. For example, instead of asking, "Do you like this song?" a closed-ended question, you can ask, "What do you like about this song?" an open-ended question. Avoid overly personal questions. Overly personal questions are questions that are too intimate, too sensitive, or too inappropriate for a casual conversation, and that can make the other person feel uncomfortable or offended. Overly personal questions can include questions about her income, her weight, her age, her sexual history, her religious beliefs, or her political views. For example, you should not ask, "How much money do you make?" or "How much do you weigh?" or "How old are you?" or "How many people have you slept with?" or "What religion are you?" or "Who did you vote for?" Use humor and compliments. Humor and compliments are two powerful tools that can help you initiate a casual conversation, as long as they are genuine, appropriate, and respectful. Humor can help you break the ice, lighten the mood, and make the other person laugh. Compliments can help you express your admiration, appreciation, and attraction. For example, you can say, "You have a great sense of humor, you make me laugh," or "You have a beautiful smile, it brightens up my day," or "You have a very interesting perspective, I like how you think," or "You have a very unique style, I like how you dress." Third secret, active listening skills. Active listening skills are skills that enable you to listen to what she is saying, to show genuine interest in her thoughts and experiences, and to respond thoughtfully and ask follow-up questions based on what she shares. Pay attention. The first and most basic technique of active listening is to pay attention to what she is saying. This means that you should not interrupt, talk over, or change the subject when she is speaking. You should also not look at your phone, watch, or other distractions when she is talking. Instead, you should focus on her words, her tone, her body language, and her emotions. You should also nod, smile, or make other appropriate gestures to show that you are listening and engaged. Show interest. The second technique of active listening is to show interest in what she is saying. This means that you should not act bored, indifferent, or judgmental when she is speaking. You should also not make assumptions, jump to conclusions, or give unsolicited advice when she is talking. Instead, you should express curiosity, enthusiasm, and appreciation for what she is saying. You should also use verbal and nonverbal cues to show that you are interested and involved, such as saying, "Uh-huh, really, wow," or "That's amazing," or leaning forward, tilting your head, or raising your eyebrows. Respond thoughtfully. The third technique of active listening is to respond thoughtfully to what she is saying. This means that you should not ignore, dismiss, or contradict what she is saying. You should also not repeat, paraphrase, or summarize what she is saying without adding anything new or relevant. Instead, you should respond with your own thoughts, feelings, or opinions that are related to what she is saying. You should also use positive and constructive feedback, such as saying, "I agree, I understand, I like that," or "That's a good point," or "I disagree, I wonder, I'm curious," or "That's an interesting perspective." Ask follow-up questions. The fourth and final technique of active listening is to ask follow-up questions based on what she is saying. This means that you should not ask irrelevant, inappropriate, or closed-ended questions that can end the conversation. You should also not ask too many, too personal, or too challenging questions that can overwhelm or offend her. Instead, you should ask open-ended, relevant, and appropriate questions that can extend the conversation, deepen the connection, and show your interest and respect. For example, you can ask, "How did you feel when that happened?" Or "What did you learn from that experience?" Or "What are your goals for the future?" Or "What are you passionate about?" Fourth secret, compliment sincerely. Be honest. The first and most basic tip for complimenting sincerely is to be honest. Don't say something that you don't mean, don't lie about your intentions, and don't compliment something that you don't like. Women can sense when you are being dishonest, manipulative, or hypocritical. Instead, you should compliment something that you genuinely admire, appreciate, or find attractive. You should also be sincere in your tone, your expression, and your body language. You should also avoid using cliches such as "you are the most beautiful woman in the world" or "you are perfect in every way." These compliments can sound unrealistic, generic, or exaggerated. Be specific. The second tip for complimenting sincerely is to be specific. Don't compliment something that is vague, general, or common, such as "you are nice" or "you are smart" or "you are pretty." These compliments can sound bland, boring, or unoriginal. Instead, you should compliment something that is unique, personal, or distinctive, such as "you have a great sense of humor," or "you are very knowledgeable about this topic," or "you have a beautiful smile." These compliments can show that you pay attention, that you notice details, and that you appreciate her individuality. Be appropriate. The third tip for complimenting sincerely is to be appropriate. Don't compliment something that is too personal, too sexual, or too offensive, such as "you have a nice ass," or "you have a sexy voice," or "you have a cute nose." These compliments can make her feel uncomfortable, violated, or insulted. Instead, you should compliment something that is relevant, respectful, and tasteful, such as "you have a lovely dress," or "you have a captivating voice," or "you have a charming smile." These compliments can make her feel comfortable, valued, and flattered. Fifth secret: find common ground. Why is finding common ground important? It shows that you are interested in her as a person, not just as a potential date. By asking questions, listening attentively, and expressing curiosity, you demonstrate that you care about what she thinks, feels, and enjoys. It makes the conversation more engaging and enjoyable. By finding topics that you both like or relate to, you can avoid awkward silences, boring small talk, or one-sided monologues. You can also share stories, jokes, opinions, or insights that make the conversation more lively and fun. It reveals compatibility and potential for a relationship. By finding common ground, you can discover if you have similar values, goals, or lifestyles that are important for a long-term relationship. You can also gauge if you have chemistry, attraction, or compatibility with her. How to find common ground. Use open-ended questions. Open-ended questions are questions that require more than a yes or no answer. They invite the woman to share more information, opinions, or feelings about herself or the topic. For example, instead of asking, "Do you like movies?" you can ask, "What kind of movies do you like?" Or, "What's the last movie you watched and enjoyed?" Use follow-up questions. Follow-up questions are questions that build on the previous answer or topic. They show that you are listening and interested in what she is saying. They also help you dig deeper into the topic and find more common ground. For example, if she says she likes horror movies, you can ask, "What's your favorite horror movie?" Or, "What do you find scary about horror movies?" Use statements. Statements are sentences that express your own thoughts, feelings, or experiences about the topic. They help you share something about yourself and relate to what she is saying. They also invite her to respond or ask you questions. For example, if she says she likes horror movies, you can say, "I love horror movies too. They make me feel excited and nervous at the same time." Or, "I'm not a fan of horror movies, they give me nightmares." Use compliments. Compliments are expressions of admiration, appreciation, or praise for something about the woman or the topic. They help you show that you like or respect something about her. They also make her feel good and more open to you. For example, if she says she likes horror movies, you can say, "You have great taste in movies. Horror movies are awesome." Or, "You are very brave. I admire that you can watch horror movies without getting scared." Sixth secret: exchange contact information. After finding common ground and having a pleasant conversation with a woman, you may want to take the next step and exchange contact information. This can help you stay in touch, plan a date, or continue the conversation later. However, asking for her number or social media can be tricky, as you don't want to seem too pushy, needy, or creepy. When to ask for contact information? The best time to ask for contact information is when the conversation is at its peak, meaning that you are both enjoying it, laughing, flirting, or having a deep connection. You don't want to wait too long, as the conversation may lose momentum, become boring, or end abruptly. You also don't want to ask too soon, as you may not have established enough rapport, trust, or interest. Some signs that the conversation is at its peak are: she is smiling, laughing, or nodding a lot. She is giving you positive feedback such as compliments, agreements, or validations. She is asking you questions or showing curiosity about you. She is touching you or leaning towards you. She is mirroring your body language or tone of voice. She is giving you eye contact or looking at your lips. How to ask for contact information. The way you ask for contact information can make a big difference in how she responds. You want to be confident, casual, and respectful. You also want to give her a reason or a benefit for exchanging contact information. Here are some do's and don'ts of asking for contact information. Do: use a statement, not a question. Instead of asking, "Can I have your number?" or "Can I add you on Facebook?" say, "Let me get your number," or "Let's connect on Instagram." This shows that you are confident and assertive and that you expect a positive response. Don't use a vague or generic reason. Instead of saying, "I want to talk to you more," or "I want to get to know you better," say something specific and relevant to the conversation. For example, if you were talking about movies, say, "I want to recommend you some movies that you'll love," or "I want to hear your thoughts on the movie we're going to watch." Seventh secret: plan casual outings. After exchanging contact information with a woman, you may want to ask her out for a date. However, not all dates are created equal. Some dates are more formal, expensive, or stressful than others. If you want to have a more relaxed and enjoyable time with a woman, you may want to opt for casual outings instead. Casual outings are activities that are simple, fun, and low pressure. They allow you to get to know each other better, have more natural conversations, and see if there is a spark. Why are casual outings better than formal dates? They are easier to plan and execute. You don't have to worry about making reservations, dressing up, or spending a lot of money. You can also be more flexible and spontaneous and adjust your plans according to the situation. They are more comfortable and relaxed. You don't have to deal with awkward silences, stiff manners, or high expectations. You can also be more yourself and show your personality, humor, and charm. They are more conducive to conversation and connection. You don't have to compete with loud music, crowded venues, or distracting entertainment. You can also have more opportunities to talk, listen, and share stories, opinions, or feelings. They are more fun and enjoyable. You don't have to endure boring or unpleasant activities or pretend to like something you don't. You can also have more fun, laugh, and enjoy each other's company. How to plan casual outings. Choose an activity that you both like or are interested in. You can base your choice on the common ground that you have found with her, or on something that you want to try or learn together. For example, if you both like music, you can go to a live show, a karaoke bar, or a record store. If you want to try something new, you can go to a cooking class, a pottery workshop, or a dance lesson. Choose a location that is convenient and safe. You want to make sure that the place is easy to get to, has parking or public transportation options, and is not too far or isolated. Choose a time that is suitable and flexible. You want to make sure that the time is compatible with your schedules, preferences, and moods. You also want to make sure that the time is flexible, so that you can extend or end the outing depending on how it goes. You can also have a backup plan or an alternative option in case something goes wrong or changes. Ask her out in a confident and casual way. You want to make sure that you are clear and direct about your intentions, but also not too serious or formal. You can also make it sound like an invitation, not a request or a demand. For example, you can say, "Hey, I heard that there's a cool art exhibition this weekend. Do you want to check it out with me?" Or, "Hey, I'm craving some ice cream. Do you want to join me for a scoop?" Meeting a woman is a journey that starts with expanding your social circles. Engage in activities you love, attend diverse events, and be open to new experiences. Building connections is about authenticity, active listening, and patience. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all approach, but these steps provide a solid foundation. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.